Huh. Let's see if we can turn this way. All right. I'm going live, type questions here. Watch that. Let's put this up. I'm here. Okay. Well, I'm gonna breeze through this real quick because I got some audience here, but
You got some online?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Tom, you're only one.
yeah, I got audience and we're recording, so somebody can watch it again later. Good morning, welcome back. We're gonna run through real quick today. Market conditions first, REMINE marketing second, and questions after that. That's about it. So I'll probably have you guys done in less than 30 minutes, 35 minutes today, unless you have like a ton of questions. Last week, this is the last 7 days, I noticed the solds have stopped. We went from, we were selling 1,000 every week. Now we're at 665 as far as closings. Typical for December or November. What are we? November still? November going into December. Same with the listings being added on. So everybody just kind of relaxing with entering into the market. It's a good time to get properties listed and a good time for buyers to make a good deal on a property right now. So keep that up. All right. Any questions on the market? None. Let's jump into REMINE. So REMINE is going to be taking over a lot of things. They introduced DocShare this last week, last 2 weeks. There's a webinar on it. You can, once it pops up, manage your transactions within REMINE. So if you add in your buyer's agent, your seller's agent, it's kind of like our back office, but if you wanted to do it through REMINE, good luck getting everybody on board. It's going to take a while to integrate to every agent in the valley. But it's a good place. You can share your docs and do signatures, just like before. Why is this so small? Why is it so tiny, Danny?
I know.
Still 100%. All right. So from here, they've added a lot of stuff in marketing. So what you first want to do is you want to start a search. So what I did on marketing, and this is all stuff we can do for you guys in your concierge. So if you choose buyer concierge, seller concierge, if you were doing an open house, we can create this for you, and then you would give us permission to swipe your card for this marketing. So it makes life a lot easier. But let me show you real quick. Let's go to the office. I always like being around the office. Judy?
Oh my God.
The two
No, I'm
dinosaurs,
Danny.
the two dinosaurs are here.
Dinosaurs. I'm teaching new products too, and nobody's here learning.
What the hell?
Look how young we look though.
I know. Compared to,
There's
Yeah.
online activities. So.
there's some people on the way?
No, there's online activities.
Oh, okay, don't say anything bad about them.
All right, so real quickly, I'm just creating a farm, first of all, and then I'll show you how it works in the marketing system, okay? So there's the office, here's a little subdivision behind it. So say I am a selling agent and I listed the property right behind the house, right? Well, what I want to do, which we've learned from our previous REMINE class, is you get the point. I highlighted it, right? Then I'm going to save the search. Which I already have. Yes, I do. Polygon, right? Polygon. Here, here. Not really cooperating now, is it? Why isn't it clicking? Oh my gosh, this is. The screen works a little bit better. So, all right, so I have now a farm, right? Easy. It's harder to do on the screen. So save search. We're going to call it behind the sub. Behind the office sub. Save that search. Now it should be in my saved searches. Behind the office sub. Okay.
Uh-oh, I'm waiting. Oh, there. It's
See
the
it?
one.
Now it's in my saved searches.
Okay, got it.
All right, now the class today is on marketing, okay? So that was our previous class. That's how you create a search. Now we need to do your marketing. So now we have added digital and mail marketing, okay? So you have two options. Let's do the old school first, right? And do mail marketing.
Shouldn't that be mail-e?
Yeah,
Or if you're a guy?
yeah.
No, U.S. Postal
Email
Service.
marketing.
U.S. Mail Postal Service.
I think we should get paid for this. We're kind of like,
All right, so now you want to build your campaign, right? So I don't know how many homes were in this behind office. I think it was like 146 or something like that. 110. So I got 110 properties right behind the office here, right? Realistic subdivision. Now, what do I want to do? Well, do we want big postcards? Do we want to send them letters? What kind of marketing campaign are we doing?
Well, we're old fashioned, so
Let's say we listed a property. Well, we're the listing agent of a new property, right?
Okay. Oh, got it.
And we want to do an open house card. $96 is print, mail, and deliver. So you want to let everybody know, hey, I'm doing an open house this weekend.
Wow.
You can come in here, choose your design. If you're co-branding with a broker, if your broker is sitting with you at the open house, see if they'll chip in $50 and cover the other half. And you can put their logo on it and their picture, and then you guys have 50-50 on the cost, right? We got some commercial property stuff. Danny, you'd probably be interested if you're gonna mail out to just specific, if you create a specific farm around South Las Vegas Boulevard, and you're trying to get someone to buy an additional piece you have listed, you can go to commercial. General farming, holiday greetings, just listed, just sold, are all in here, and you can create them. But for this purpose, we're going to do the
Under general farming, could I do land? All vacant land?
unimproved properties in REMINE. Yep. You can be as specific as you want or as general. I'm just doing a general behind the office here. This is the farm. This is all the addresses. So this is where everything's going. So this instance, we're going to do an open house, right? Do you want to spend a lot of money, or do you want to do 6 by 8.5? You can shrink them down. But again, here you create your ad, add your logo in. And this is your mailer that you get for, I think these ones are only $70 if you wanted to do this. So $82 for the 6, 8.5 choose design. What I'm trying to get at is it's not expensive to do this, and it's not hard to do it. So if you're doing something, spend $80. It doesn't, and it mails out to the subdivision.
Is each segment of that card changeable?
So when you choose design, let's even look at letters. When I cast up here, it's a little bit shorter. So here's like if you're just doing a letter. So say you want to get everybody to list with you. Hey, I'm the broker right here on the corner, and I want to send letters out. This is what you get. You change all the colors. You want to go with some Cornell colors. Do that. Let's see. Click it. Refresh. Now it's blue and gray. Gray and blue is probably more Cornell colors. There you go. Select the theme. It just walks you through it. I don't know how much letters aren't that much. Put your logo in, your picture, and it fills in all these spots. Your picture goes here, your company logo goes here. After you get those, return address, blah, 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 website, continue. Customize it the way you want it. Here's the body of the letter. I'm a realtor in your area. I have a client who's interested in buying your property. This is the letter. You can change it however you want it to read. My client's a cash buyer. The beauty is from this point, you don't have to go anywhere, right? You don't have to like print 110 letters, get them stamped, run them over to the post office. You just do it from your desktop. It's taking me 5 minutes to get to this point. These are my labels. 110 recipients, right? I'm trying to read it sideways.
Yeah.
Yep. Checking for incorrect addresses. It's doing its magic. Shouldn't take too long. It's only 110 addresses, right?
The internet's slow today.
Yeah, it's Monday. I think everybody's back to work, so it's lagging. Here it goes. So that's going to ask you to proof it. If you want to do a mailing frequency, if you want to do it every month, you want to send them a letter, you want to do it every week. It's going to give you your campaign costs right here. They validated 102 of 110. So someone might have there might be a police officer who lives there and he has Grand Central Parkway as his address. So they eliminated all those ones so they don't mail them. So you got 102 recipients, 87 cents a letter. Not bad, right? Print your letter, put it in an envelope, and put a stamp on it. Not a bad price. Add to cart. Now you can do that as often as you want for $88.
If it's a postcard, it shouldn't have an envelope.
We went back to letter. I
Oh,
went back and changed it to letter so you guys see what letter is. So that we went to a listing letter versus an open house. But a one-time open house card. They got yellow letters. They got snap aparts. And because you don't have me all the time, how do I do it? So you can come in here and watch the videos on how to create the farm, how to upload what you want, how to co-brand with brokers, mortgage brokers, whoever you're co-branding with. Christmas cards, you want to do your Christmas cards for the holidays? Here you go. Upload your mail system. They'll mail your holiday greetings, postcards out. Holiday cards. Want to do Christmas cards and get them out? Well, you missed Hanukkah, right? Hanukkah started yesterday. So, Happy New Year, Happy Thanksgiving. A 5x7 card with an envelope.
Corey,
If you're doing mailers.
there was a card I noticed on the list that you could design anything yourself. That looked kind of interesting.
If you wanted to do your personalized ones.
happy birthday to me.
Yeah. I'm the greatest.
New realtor announcements. You got people joining your team. You got you're a new realtor and you want to announce to everybody you know that, hey, I'm in the business. Don't forget about me. There's a new realtor. And then upload your own artwork. So if you use Canva, any other additional programs that will create your art for you, you can upload it in here and send them as mailers. If this is more cost effective. And I think this is more cost effective than anything that I've seen and simple to use from your desktop. So if you're just working at your office, 5 minutes, boom, I've created my marketing program. There it goes. Okay, everybody understand the mailer portion? That's pretty easy, right? It's classic. Everybody, if you're doing them, you're doing them. If you're not, you're not. If you want to do something that will create more business, start doing mailers. $80 isn't much. It's like a bar tab, right, for a Friday night out. $85.
Not with your family.
Not with my family.
It was a soda pop.
Alright. So now let's go into digital marketing. This is for all the young people, I guess. Digital marketing, they'll create. So when you get in here, it's going to ask you to link your Facebook page so that you're automatically in Facebook, which whoever's using Facebook, there it is. I dismiss it because I don't really do it. So here's where you can create your options. You can do a listing ad. So if you want to promote, you got a brand new listing and you wanted to promote it, within a mile or 2 mile radius of your house, Facebook will gather all those people and start targeting, okay? Facebook users that are within that range, or Facebook users that are, shopping for homes. Basically, somebody that had their cookies on, has been on Zillow, shopping in the same zip code, Redfin, got their cookies on. Computers tell Facebook who's using what data points. So this is where you would get started if you're trying to find a buyer for your listing. Okay, so you create. That's the type of ad that's going to create.
So that's going to go to all of my Facebook people?
No, it's going to go to people that have their cookies turned on, that have been shopping for a house in the same zip code or area, or have been on Zillow, Redfin, any website that your IP address is dinging data that says, hey, I'm looking for a house in this area. So that's specific target marketing for listing ads. Okay. Listing ad for seller leads. This one changes to I have got a listing in the area and I'm looking to list more. So that's going to target sellers that have been watching the market to see what the value of their home is on Facebook. Those data points. So if somebody's in there going, what's the value of my home? What's my home worth? Home light, all the porch light, open doors, they've dangled into those portals. They get the data points sent to them, whether they're linked, use my Facebook to log in, or because people do that all the time. It's like, hey, log in for more access. They'll say, what pops up? Use my Facebook, use my Google, use my Apple ID, right? That's where they get data points from so that you guys can target market here versus spending your money just reaching out to anybody. So this is target marketing, and they charge you for it, okay? So that one, if you're looking for more seller leads, you got a listing, you want to market it that I'm the lead agent for this area, this will start targeting people that want to sell. Buyer traffic, all right? Again, listing, I want buyers, same as this one. But all I'm looking for is buyers, and that's the ad you want to create there. When the market shifts, I guess, and you're on the market 60, 90 days, you might want to start spending money on creating buyer traffic that way. Or this would just create it for any buyers. Like, hey, I'm a listing agent, so it'll start attracting buyers for you. And then this is just to self-promote, people that want, their face on everybody's page or attaching. This is where you would create that audience if you're just self-promoting yourself. I'm the agent, whatever your specialty is. I'm the land guy in Jamaica, so call me. I'm Danny from Jamaica, and I sell land in Jamaica. Come on. And then put the dreads on, and like, I'm Danny Mon. Okay. So quick starts. You can store your contacts in there. So if you're just, running through your CSV file, your gallery is going to be where you put your pictures of yourself, which Facebook pages you want to go to. but your dashboard is going to be here. They're all self-explanatory. Here's what your ads look like, right? Except now, as you create it, you're going to put your house in there. You're going to put your link that they can go to your website and find you. But it's all in here in REMINE. So you can take your listing right out of REMINE and start advertising on Facebook versus going into Facebook ads, which if you haven't done that yet, can be tedious because that Facebook ads tries to create for every business. This is going to be specifically targeted just to real estate.
But it's data that it searches is MLS, not commercial listings.
This is data that you're putting in for your ad.
Right, but what does it search? Like if I want.
So if you're buying,
is it searching only MLS? Because there's hardly any they can land in MLS.
are you talking about the ad, Danny, or are you talking about REMINE in general?
REMINE in general.
Okay, so REMINE's a different class. So we have to go back to the search engine and start searching through REMINE. But you can target what zonings you want in REMINE. So if you want all C2 empty land,
So it will search the county. County data. Okay, that's right.
county, it actually goes national too. So it's a pretty big search parameter, and then they try to let you guys target what you want to do within it, and ease you into like a desktop service, so that now you don't have to go find Joe that works for AdWorks to create an ad for you, and Jimbo at print material and have him print it, take it to the post office. So they're just simplifying it for you.
So REMINE's kind of all over the country now?
Yeah. It's a NAR product that's approved. So we're starting to, link your Facebook page, and then it's just like Facebook ads. So you set your schedule and you spend. Seller, I market on Facebook. Well, how do you market on Facebook? Okay, well, I spend $50 a week to target 1,500 individuals or 2,000 individuals that are shopping in your neighborhood. So you can show this to them. This is what I do. All right, any questions on the digital and what they mean by getting seller leads? Or is it just sold? And I'm sure you've seen them come across your page where it says sponsored. If you're going through the feed or your Instagram feed, your Facebook feed, and it says sponsored at the top, it's somebody that's bought an ad. For instance, like my kids have been sharing, because it's almost snowboard season, so we'll share like different snowboard videos that we saw on our feed, and then all of a sudden you notice you get sponsored snowboard ads. That's what I get right now, because I was looking at snowboarding stuff and people riding in the snow. So when you guys do this, it's going to start targeting people that were looking at real estate in Las Vegas or real estate in Henderson, and it'll show up in their feed. And if it's something that's really cool in the picture, right, you're going to click it and go, wait, that's for sale? Or this was just sold? This is my neighbor's house. Just sold, and they click it. So if it's a seller lead and you just sold something in this neighborhood right behind us, and that guy's been looking at, to upgrade his house, and he notices that you just sold that house, that's the seller lead. If you did the seller lead, that's what they're targeting, someone that's doing that in the feed. Does that make sense? So that's what you spend the money on for Facebook, Instagram. And that's it. So it's creating your own leads versus buying them from Zillow or Redfin or whoever you're paying 30% to on your lead referral system. So, all right. Any questions? Unless you want to go back to REMINE and look at the search gallery. Any questions online? The only reason I bring this up is so that you guys know it's there. And again, this is where if you
Underused.
yeah, it's very underused. And if you do have buyer concierge or seller concierge on your property, we'll generate your open house list from here and your just listeds. Now, if you want those mailed out, then just let us know so we can charge it to your credit card, not ours. But we'll create your parameters so that you guys can have these ads ready in your system.
Do you have anybody doing that right now?
Very few. Like
In
one or two.
response?
Anytime you do something additional on your marketing, you're always going to get a response. Anytime, whether it's one person, anytime you're doing something, you're going to get a response. And anytime you're not doing anything, you're going to get zero response. So, and it's about being consistent with it and not giving up. So, if you sold a house right behind here, and every other month you send them a mailer, says, hey, I sold this in June. Let me know if you're interested in selling. You never know. But it doesn't cost you much. So back to Real Estate 101, right? Stay in front of them.
You have 4 messages.
On REMINE, I don't know. Somebody probably hit one of my ads that I did and wants to be contacted to list their property. Could be. Should we check it?
Yeah.
No, just announcements. Share your thoughts. See, they're tracking me every time I go in here. Because I go in here and I read through this stuff for the agents and you guys, and they're tracking that I'm already in
So
here.
you become a lead.
Yeah, it's data points. It's interesting how the ease of data points are shared with everyone. And that these computer programs catch your data points.
Is that good or bad?
It's volunteer. It's voluntary. So it's voluntary
Not all
shared
of it.
information. Yeah,
Not all of it.
you can turn it off.
Example, that 20 acres, the YouTube video,
Mhm.
I got an ad on that. There's an ad on that video. And I never put the video up. I sent it to individuals. I mean, I guess you said you did.
It's public once you put it on YouTube.
Right. So you can
You
get
can make it
ads.
private on YouTube,
Yeah, well,
but then
those are the kind of details I don't know, so.
Yeah.
I should go back.
and then the ads are going to be based on who's watching that video. So YouTube will sell ads, put it on the video based upon the type of person that clicked on the video and watched the video. So if you had 200 views on it and 150 of them were people that owned horses or liked horses, then they'll try and sell an ad for a horse person. Yeah, and it's all voluntary shared information. You're sharing information, they're tracking it, and how do you use what they've gathered to make more money? That's what I'm showing you here.
Right, you need to get your head around it all. And that's the hard part.
Yeah.
And that takes lots of videos, probably.
You don't have to understand it completely, but you have to understand that what you're spending your money on and what you're getting in return. And they try to do that in Facebook ads. They'll train you what type of audience you're looking for.
I want to go on Trump's new Facebook replacement.
Does he have one?
Yeah, it's based here in Henderson.
Oh, I didn't know it was up and running.
Yeah, they got it functioning now. They had issues because Google wouldn't allow them on or something.
Yeah.
And they had to work ways around it. What's it called?
Donald Trump's new site.
No, it's a Henderson-based company. It's here
I know, no, I forget what they call it.
in Las Vegas.
They keep sending me stuff on Facebook saying, will you join Trump kind of thing.
I'll keep ignoring that. I guess I should click on it. See where it takes me.
It's a social media site, just like any of these other ones.
Mhm.
It's interesting.
It just the Facebook and Instagram guys have the addiction portion down to where people check it every day. I don't check Facebook every day,
I do.
So if I were
but I check
a new
Instagram every
agent,
day.
I would be doing the listing portion. Why would you want buyers in this crazy market?
Well, it doesn't matter what you're working with. Like if you're working with a buyer right now and you can't find them a house, well, when you say I have buyers that need your property, and send them letters constantly.
But I would rather be working the listings.
Who wouldn't rather be work? You can work
That's
10
all.
listings to 2
That's all I'm
buyers
saying.
or something like that is the ratio, right? Because buyers take up most of your time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Look for listings.
All right. So everybody knows where this is at. Marketing, digital or mail marketing. Digital is probably going to run you less money because there's less trees getting cut down and print going on. Mail marketing is going to run you pretty inexpensive at 87 cents a postcard mailed to the person. This one is going to be based upon your campaign and how many people you're trying to reach. So I think I do campaigns at $5 a day for umpteen weeks on listings for digital marketing. What's that, 35 bucks a week?
150 a month.
150 a month. So if you did 2 months, they'll break your cost down. The further you make your campaign, the less it costs. Or you just do weekly, $5 a week, 10 bucks a week, 20 bucks a week, whatever you want to spend until you have engagement on that listing. So
If you click chat, are you chatting with the REMINE people
yes,
on the left there?
I believe that would be the help or support.
No, I mean, that says chat right there.
You can
Start
start
a chat
chat with
with
a new
agent,
agent.
How you doing?
I gotta know the name of the agent now.
Let's see, but then if you're not logged in, right, Danny? How am I going to start a chat with you?
Right.
How do I know if you're online?
There he is.
All right, so now
On there.
let me know how you get the message, Danny. Hi, Danny. I want to write an offer.
Cool. Done.
All right.
Go ahead, write it.
All right.
Did you get it?
I did. Will it come in as a text?
I don't know. Did you set up a remind to receive it as the text?
A text, or I haven't done anything with REMINE. So I'm surprised I'm even on there.
Well, just like all of our other systems, this is supposed to be the wave of the future, and it's supposed to simplify your real estate business. So you should.
Well, I understood that. I was thinking the chat would be the chat with an agent at REMINE that's helping you.
That's the support one. So support, you can hit the chat and start chatting.
The chat is
Or the help bar. Yeah.
The chat is to talk.
The chat is to talk to other agents that are also in the REMINE circle. So that's why they launched REMINE Docs, so that all the agents would be in here and we could share. Like if you wrote me an offer and I had to send you a counter offer, well, we can keep them all in one transactional document and share that between each other once they're signed. So they're integrating everything and trying to simplify. So be aware of it. That's all I'm saying. And it will make your life easier if you look at it in a simple format. All right, that is all I have. I'm going to end stream unless there's any questions. I'll give you 60 seconds to type a question in there on REMINE. As they keep adding more, they have instructors that will come to classrooms. I can book an instructor for REMINE, but I need attendance. I need to know how many people are showing up before I book one of their instructors. Otherwise, it's just me showing you the tidbits on it, which anybody else can learn too. All you have to do is go in there and watch tutorials and learn it yourself. I know there's a lot to learn, but this makes things a lot simpler on your daily tasks for marketing.
They have you at the bottom, Corey.
That's my profile. How come you didn't respond yet, Danny?
Haven't gotten anything. Got nothing.
No email?
Let me know when you log in.
Yeah, I'd have to log in probably, and I've never ever logged in. You're talking about logging into MLS or REMINE or
REMINE.
log into the world?
You live here a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Very informative. Thank you, Corey. Okay, that's not a question though, but I'm logging out. If you guys have any questions on it, let me know. You can also contact REMINE directly and support. But easy peasy, digital marketing, easy peasy, mail marketing, whatever you're going to become the king or queen of, do it and spend the least amount of money and least amount of time, right? Time is money.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you,
That
Corey.
is my REMINE. Thank you guys for attendance.